In this video, I'm going to be building the best possible team for 250,000 MT in NBA 2K23 Myteam. This is going to be another amazing budget team you guys can go ahead and build with about 250,000 MT, and I think a team that can compete online against some of the better squads in the game. So at the starting point guard position is going to be the best budget point guard in my opinion, and that is the Galiosopohito Turkoglu. It's really close between him and one other point guard, but I think because the fact that he's 6'10" at the point guard position, 6'11" wingspan, has a great player model, amazing release with the John Stockton base and the Trae Young upper on very quick timing, is number one, a super quick jump shot, and number two, I feel like is actually very easy to time and very easy to green with this card. And then he also does have the Kyle Lowry size up, he's got the Steph Curry escape, and it's kind of crazy, this card's only about 25 to 30,000 MT, which I think is extremely good value for a card like Hiro Turkoglu, that I think he's going to be somewhere, I do think he's going to be somewhere in our starting lineup at the starting point guard position. At the starting shooting guard, we do need a little bit of defense because you guys will see with the rest of the squad, I want to have a really good defender at the shooting guard position, and a perfect 3-and-D card is the Galiosopohito. He does exactly that. He plays elite level defense, 6'8" at the 2, 6'10" wingspan, amazing all-around defensive stats and badges, 90 block, 97 steal, 97 lateral quickness, 97 perimeter, 94 interior defense. You take a look at his Hoff badges, he's got Hall of Fame anchor, challenger, clamps, glove, interceptor, menace, off-ball pass, pick dodger, post lockdown, workhorse. He's got Hall of Fame clamp breaker, quick first step. I mean, the card can play elite level defense, and then offensively, like, he's got a pretty good jump shot in the catch and shoot. He can move when he needs to, like, he's got the Garland size up, he's got the Curry escape, so he's actually got some of the best dribble sticks in the game, and also he's got perfect defensive tendencies with a 97 on-ball steal, 97 contest shot, and a 97 block shot. So just all around for under 10,000 MT or around 10,000, I think Shane Battier going to be the best starting shooting guard to pair alongside the Galiosopohito Turkoglu. And the reason why he's going to be starting, because maybe our backup shooting guard might be a slightly better card, but it's because Kuzma's at the small forward position, and Kuzma and Hiro Turkoglu aren't the best defenders in the world, so I feel like it's nice to have a really good 3-and-D guy at the shooting guard position. And then we do have Kyle Kuzma and Hiro Turkoglu to be our main source of offense, because both those cards are elite level offensive cards. Kuzma is a 6'9" small forward though, 7-foot wingspan, and the thing about Kuzma is he just has one of the best, at least in my opinion, one of the best jump shots in the game. I feel like it's super fast. I don't think anyone would disagree with that it's a really quick jump shot. It's just for some people it might be a little bit hard to time, but for me personally, I think it's such a good release. He's also got the Kyle Kuzma size up, he's got the Kyle Lowry size up, and the Trae Young escape, and then he also does have the Dame behind the back. So offensively, if you're looking for a really good offensive small forward for about 15 to 20k, I think Kuzma is going to be your number one option. For the our starting power forward is actually going to be the Galiosopohito Bailey. Now, it's not going to be the hero one, I don't think, for this type of squad. 250,000 MT is the budget. I don't think we can afford the hero Thurl Bailey, but this one, the heroic, the normal Thurl Bailey, is only about, I think, 15,000 MT, maybe even a little bit cheaper, and he's an elite power forward, being 6'11" with a 7-foot wingspan. He's going to be super good on the defensive end, 90 block, 90 steal, 90 perimeter, 90 interior defense, and I will say I think he combos our center on the starting lineup perfectly, which is going to be Galiosopohito Marcus Gasol. I think these two cards in the front court might not have the craziest size, like we don't have a Taco Fall, we don't have a Yao Ming, we don't have a giant in our starting lineup, but I think Thurl Bailey and Marcus Gasol are going to play really well next to each other, because Marcus Gasol is here for that offense. He's 7'1", 7'4" wingspan. He can stretch the floor at a very high level with a 98 3-ball, 97 mid-range. He's got Hall of Fame Agent 3, catch and shoot, corner specialist, limitless range, pretty good speed on the card, and he does have a very quick jump shot that I do feel like is very solid in time. And then he's also a great defender, but I think Thurl Bailey makes up for like a little bit of lack of speed and athleticism from Marcus Gasol, because he's just going to be basically a Giannis type of card where he's got such good defensive animations, he runs the floor really well, contest shots, block shots, but the thing about Thurl Bailey is he has such a good jump shot with the Tobias Harris base and the Cedi Osman upper on very quick timing that he can knock down threes and actually be a threat on the offensive end. So in my opinion, this is going to be the best starting lineup for the 250,000 MT squad builder. Now to talk about the bench. I think our bench is honestly just as good as our starting lineup. Like, you can definitely make that argument that it's kind of on the same level, maybe even a little bit better depending on your preference. Our backup point guard is going to be Jalen Rose for about 30 to 35k, and I think he's worth that price tag, being a 6'8" point guard with a 7-foot wingspan. Yes, he's not as good as Hedo Turkoglu because his jump shot's a little bit questionable. I do like his release. I know a lot of people don't because of the Tony Parker base, but I think he's got a pretty solid jump shot, and then he does have perfect dribble sigs with this defense, his size up and the tray escape, so his movement is going to be pretty much one of the best in the game. And then he also does have the quick drops off one. He's got the front clutches. His defensive tendencies are actually really elite for a Jalen Rose card, so I do think he's going to be our backup point guard around the same price as Hedo Turkoglu, maybe slightly more. For a backup shooting guard spot, like I said, I think could potentially be better than Shane Battier, but the reason why Michael Redd's not starting over Battier is because now we don't really have like a lockdown besides Thurl Bailey, and he's going to have to be guarding one of the forwards or centers in the game. So you want to have like a lockdown in Shane Battier to guard their best, ball handler, their best scorer on the perimeter. Like if you match a T-Mac or you match a Ricky Davis, or if you match like a Luka, you match a Michael Jordan, Shane Battier is going to be your best chance to stop or to contain one of those cards, and that's why he's going to be starting. And then Michael Redd is going to be coming off the bench to give us that main source of offense because he's one of the best scoring shooting guards in the game. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan, has an elite level jump shot with the Derek Fisher base, the Trae Young upper on very quick timing. Then he's got the Garland size up, he's got the Curry escape, he's got the Trae behind the back, Trae leaner. He's got the Dame behind the back, and then he also does have the quick drops off one. He's got the front clutches. Solid defensive tendencies all around, but he's just mainly going to be here for offense and be a really good scorer for about 10 to 15k. For a backup small forward position, this is where our bench is actually going to have great size, and where you could argue our bench might actually be better or on the same level as our starting lineup, because we got Pink Diamond Jonathan Bender at the backup 3. Now you can go with Luol Deng if you want to. He's another great option, but I think Jonathan Bender might be a little bit better at that small forward position, being 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan. He's about 30 to 45k. He's about 35 to 40k, I would say somewhere in that price range. And we all know Jonathan Bender is still one of the more glitchy and just overpowered cards at the small forward position because he's 7 foot and he moves like a guard. He's got the Trae size up, he's got the Curry escape, he's got an amazing quick jump shot with the Montrezl Harrell base, the Trae Young upper on quick timing. He's got good dunk packages and, not the greatest defensive tendencies, but Jonathan Bender all around gonna give you great play at the backup 3. And then for a backup 4 and 5, we're gonna have great size with Mo Bamba playing our backup power forward spot. You might be able to go ahead and get the hero version of Mo Bamba. Not 100% sure if you have enough MT left, so I'll just throw in the elemental one. I really don't think there's too big of a difference besides the +7 speed for the hero Mo Bamba. So if you really value that speed and you want this version with 92 speed, 92 acceleration, I think he's an extra 10 to 15k, I do believe. But yeah, I would just go get the elemental one if you're not willing to pay the extra amount of MT, because they're basically going to play the same in game. And to have a 7-foot power forward with a 7'10" wingspan is going to be super valuable to have off the bench. And also he's an amazing defender. He's pretty athletic. He can knock down a 3 wide open, but mainly he's just going to be here for defense. And the same thing with our backup center for about 10,000 MT, maybe 10 to 15k for both of our backup power forward and center card. And that's going to be the Galaxy Opal Tyson Chandler, who I think is an elite level center, especially on defense. And we're just going to have great size at our backup 4 and our backup 5. Tyson Chandler is a 7'1" center, 7'3" wingspan, has an amazing player model in game. Like, he does look a lot taller than 7'1", and he's got a super wide player build, so he's going to be a great defender. He's super quick, very athletic with 98 vertical, 97 strength. The only thing about the card is him having a 78 3 ball and no shooting badges in the game. So if you can green with him consistently, then I think he's going to be solid on the offensive end. If you can't green with the card consistently, then he might not be the best option for you. But in my opinion, guys, this is going to be the best possible team you can build with a budget of 250,000 MT. Let me know in the comment section down below what do you guys think about the squad, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.